Welcome to the home of Florida's finest everything. Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades. They call it Florida's Paradise Coast for a reason. Bask in 30 miles of soft white sand beaches, luxurious hotels, and stunning beachfront resorts with delectable dining experiences. Take advantage of warmth, relaxation, and endless outdoor adventures. When you want a Florida vacation that's exceptional in every way, only Paradise will do. Naples, Marco Island, and the Everglades. Florida's Paradise Coast. Plan your visit now at paradisecoast.com. Guys, I did it. I got the Hydro Jug Traveler. It is the mug that everyone's talking about because it's completely leak-proof, cup holder compatible. That's the piece that I really wanted. I wanted it to go in my cup holder. And it has a hygienic circular flip straw that's easy for sipping. The Hydro Jug Traveler comes in multiple colors and sizes, 40, 32, and 22 ounces. I have it in 3 colors, so you can find the perfect bottle that matches your style. Go to hydrojug.com and use the code Rach to save 10% at checkout. That's code RACH at thehydrojug.com for 10% off at checkout. Welcome to your Sunday Pep Talk. Sunday episodes of the show are my chance to pump you up, to give you a little inspiration, a little motivation, a little kick in the butt, if that's what you need today before you start the new week. And today's episode is inspired by my teenage son. Or I should say it is inspired by his baseball coach. Sawyer started a new school this year. And in starting a new school, it meant that he started a new baseball team, which was awesome for a bunch of reasons, but mostly because the team at his new school and the coaches at his new school take baseball as seriously as Sawyer does, or maybe more so. But when he came onto the team this year, we had the initial kickoff call with the whole team and the parents and all the coaching staff. And his coach said something that I thought was so smart. He said, "We have a theme for this year." And y'all know I love a theme. But I never, in all these years of being a parent, had a coach of my kids' team give the kids an intention for the entire season. And this coach did. He said, "Our theme is unfinished business." Unfinished business. Now, lore has it that last year they got very close to winning a championship, but it didn't work out in the end. So they came into the new season saying, "We've got unfinished business. We didn't do what we knew we could do last year, and so by golly, this year is gonna be our year." So it's their theme. They have it on shirts. They talk about it all the time. They're going into each and every game saying, "Hey, remember what it felt like when we didn't get where we know we should have gotten to last year? That's our unfinished business, and we're bringing that energy into this game." And I think that is one hell of a good intention for anybody. So what I want to ask you today is, what's your unfinished business? That's what today is all about. Today's episode is for the part of you that still remembers. The part that remembers the dream, the plan, the ideas that you had when you were younger, those things that you were so excited about, but life got in the way. I want to talk to that version of you. Can you think of who that is? Can you go back to last year, 10 years ago, 25 years ago, maybe when you were a kid? Can you go back to that version of you? That version that has unfinished business. What I love about this idea is there's something empowering. There's something, stand up and take control about unfinished business. It just sounds gritty, right? It just sounds like you're going to do something. As opposed to most people who remember that version of themselves and feel shame. The baseball team doesn't feel shame. They feel empowered because they know they had more to give, and they are standing up again to see if they can. And this philosophy doesn't mean that you're meant to grind harder or never sleep or any of that other toxic productivity that doesn't do us any good. It means that somewhere along the line, you laid something down. Not because you didn't care. You laid it down because you had to. Maybe you became a parent. Maybe you got new responsibility. Maybe it wasn't the right time or place. Maybe the dream felt too big or too scary. Maybe you felt like that version of you didn't fit inside of the life that you needed to live at that time. But just because you put it down doesn't mean it disappeared. It's still here. It's been waiting for you. That's what today's episode is. This is my very loving but firm reminder to pick it back up. You've got unfinished business, and it's time to return to it. Not out of guilt or pressure, but out of honor. Honor for who you are. Honor for who you used to be, that version of you that first dreamed this dream. Honor for who you know you can become. Maybe you used to write songs. Maybe you dreamed of starting your own business or writing a book or creating a YouTube channel. Maybe you were building a healthier life and then everything crashed and you lost your rhythm. Life happens. But you are not broken just because you paused. You are human. And now, this moment, listening to this episode, it's finding you here for a reason. Because today, you are stronger than you were back then. You are wiser. You are more capable. So if there's something tugging at you, an idea that keeps resurfacing that you can't let go of, that project you keep circling back to, or that lifestyle that you know would make you feel so much better, that is a whisper that won't leave you alone for a reason. Pay attention. That's your unfinished business. That's the part of you that is calling you back to who you are meant to be. Okay, so how do we do this? Step 1, you have to have the courage to name it. Like Babe Ruth calling your shot, you have to have the courage to admit the dream to yourself. Even if you don't yet have the courage to admit it to anyone else, admit it to you. Write it down. Be honest. Put it somewhere that you can see it. Nobody else has to see this. Put it in your journal, write it on a Post-it, hide it in the glove compartment of your car, put it on your mirror, put it somewhere. Have the courage to name the dream. The second thing you need to do is forgive yourself. You don't owe anyone an apology for putting it down. You are not behind. You are not lazy. You are not a failure. You made the best choice you could with the energy and resources you had at the time. But now you've got more clarity. Now you've got a little more strength. Now you've got a little more space, and you get to try it again. So let's do that. The next thing that you're going to do is one action. This week, take one action in the direction of that thing. You don't have to write the whole book. You don't have to run the whole marathon. Set a 30-minute timer and create the outline. Or pull out your paints. Or make a smoothie. Or text a friend and get some accountability. But whatever your unfinished business is, it starts again with one small action. Today, you don't need a 5-year plan. You don't need a new planner. You don't need perfect conditions. You need movement forward. Even a step the size of a tiny little inch You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not too far behind. You've got a little unfinished business, and that's a beautiful thing. It means there's more for you. More to say, more to create, more to become. So let's take the next step. Let's be amazed together at what we're capable of.
Do Crohn's disease symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya guselkumab may help. At 12 weeks, rapid symptom remission was achieved in most patients taking Tremfya, and some experienced visible improvement of their intestinal lining at 12 weeks and 1 year. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Explore what's possible and ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices and give you a 5-year price guarantee on talk, text, and data. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.